Hi everybody. Um, Not a lot to tell you other than that doctor came round this morning, the one I spoke to yesterday, the surgeon. He's not the surgeon who'll be doing my procedure though. And I heard him speaking to somebody else, and he was saying he's not a big proponent of surgery unless it's absolutely vital, back surgery. So maybe that's, showed in his reaction toward me. Anyway, the outcome is the request has gone in to the surgeon who will be doing my surgery. This surgeon here has approved it, and the request has gone in for me to have surgery on Thursday of this week, the day after tomorrow. That, I'm hoping, will be confirmed and won't be changed later today, I hope. If it isn't, then they're going to have to sort something else out, but I rather think that it will happen. So that'll be Thursday, and I'll let you know what's going on. Last night on the ward was awful. It was so noisy. Not the other problems, but 3 new ladies coming on the ward, and then somebody was going down to surgery this morning, so they were up here at midnight taking bloods and putting her cannula in as they did to me. And then there was another lady who had got surgical problems, but it's a surgical ward, but she also has dementia, the onset of dementia, got a broken leg in plaster, and she would insist on keep getting out of bed. So she finally managed it as far as the bathroom right opposite, so the nurses had to change her bed from here up to opposite the nurses' station, which they really ought to have done in the first place. You live and learn, don't you? So I've been amusing myself, scrolling through the channels, having a laugh at some of the drama, listening to the audiobook by Andrew Morton about Princess Diana in her own words. And I have to say, if these are Diana's own words, and I've got no doubt to disbelieve that they are, I'm sure that they are, she was, although she was loved, she was also a very disturbed young woman. Mainly that was because of being thrust into this loveless marriage with a man 13 years her senior who was in love with someone else, and being expected to shoulder this mantle whereby she was going to be the future Queen of England, whatever that means. In Charles's words, are you in love? Whatever that means. It's a strange one, isn't it, all this history and the royals, and I find it quite fascinating. What wouldn't I give to be, ambulance so I could get around, but also invisible for a day or two, and just to get around Buckingham Palace and check out exactly what's going on in there. Mind you, I'd have to take people with me, because I'm sure there's fairly unsavoury stuff going on in there that would scare the daylights out of me. Anyway, I'll come back on a bit later when I've got a firm date for my surgery. I can't stay on very long and talk about very much in depth, because I don't want people listening in and you tend to notice when you're talking how quiet everything goes. Just waiting for my son now, and one of the nurses here remembers my son from a few years ago when I was having my hip operated on. And she's been a nurse for decades. But it was round about Christmas time, I think I said, consecutive years I broke a hip, and this lady used to come in, this nurse used to come in wearing a short skirt and a suspender belt just before Christmas, cheering everybody up. Oh, she was funny. And my son recalls her, and he mentioned her, but I hadn't seen her until a few days ago, and forgot to mention it to my son, but I've mentioned him to her today and she remembers him, so she's going to come down and embarrass him this afternoon. Anyway, I'll be back on a bit later on. Bye bye.